Well, good evening here, everybody, here at Sullivan Arena. My name is Steve Tempesta. I'm going to be joined in between the first period from a little surprise guest for you folks. But tonight's game between the Bedford Bulldogs and Bishop Guertin Cardinals. I'm actually a former student at BG. Mike didn't even know that, so I went to Bishop Guertin many, many years ago. I'd care not to tell you when it was, but we're here for a great matchup here between Bishop Guertin and Bedford High. It's a Monday night makeup game after a snow game. We're looking for a good turnout from both teams. Bishop Guertin is really rallying in their record at the moment, bringing their record up into a very, very respectable position, and they're trying to rally it so they can get home ice advantage in the playoffs. The Bulldogs, on the flip side, have lost 3 games in a row, are struggling a little bit, and they're trying to recover from the 3 losses in a row and really try to get momentum back and get ready for the playoffs. So both teams are in a playoff hunt, looking for home ice advantage. So this should make for a very, very good game. The Bulldogs are ready to go today, senior night, celebrating a good event. We're going to have the national anthem in a moment, and we'll be right back for first period action. Well, another beautiful rendition of our national anthem there by our student from Bedford High School. As we get ready here, both sides heading off to the goaltenders. Surround, have a little last-minute pep talk by their captains. Get ready for this game. This is, as I said a little bit earlier, going to be a really big, important game. Really going to set both of these teams towards the playoff hunt as they prepare for the next step in the season. I think both of these teams are probably headed to playoffs. But they do need to get a couple more wins under their belt to really make it worth their while to get there. So the Bulldogs have lost 3 in a row, first to Salem, then to Pinkerton, and then lastly to Concord. And really just games that were outmatched, outplayed, overwhelmed, and at times, and took some not so good penalties at the times. And really have to be a little bit more disciplined today. I think that's really the word of the day for this team, is to be disciplined and prepared for this game. They've had a long week off of hockey. Their game on Saturday also was canceled because of a snowstorm, as you know. If you look outside, there's lots of snowbanks here up in New Hampshire. So this team needs to be disciplined and ready to go. I think that Marty has been really working with these guys and got them set and ready to play. So starting lineup tonight, a little bit different. 5 seniors from the Bedford Bulldogs, as we see at senior night. So both captains are on the ice, Asa Parker, Cameron Blaisdell, and then lastly Brett Silva. So a real solid core of seniors. Cam Blaisdell trying to make a quick, just bouncy puck over his stick, and out comes the green from Bishop Guertin. So in their school colors, the green and gold, Bishop Guertin. In white, Bedford Bulldogs, your home team. Out with the puck, Brett Vayu looking to just send it in deep, make a quick change. One man on the puck hard. Looking for a steal there. Nate John sending the puck in deep. Looking to just chip it down below the dots. There was Donato, couldn't get to it as Tempesta was just unable to get a stick on that. Simple shot on net, almost finds its way to the back of the net. Delayed offsides, probably would have nilled that, not allowed that goal to go in, but a little sloppy play right there by Bishop Guertin at the blue line. Challenging that play. Donato, Tempesta sends it deep. Both forwards sneaking out of the way. And out comes the puck, Bishop Guertin. Sending that puck in off the defenseman from the Bedford Bulldogs. So Matt Musgrave sends that puck down deep. D to D behind the net. Rims it all the way around, out with the puck. Tyler Gamble to Nate John, wide. Sending it in. Very disciplined play right there. So we're seeing a little bit of a different lineup. Rumor has it that all 3 lines from the Bulldogs have changed a little bit just to settle down their games, and again with their 3 losses in a row. So Marty making some changes, just trying to shake things up a little bit, try something a little bit different. Griffin, Gagne, McDonough out to Jay Roberto, firing that puck in deep. Solid play behind the net by number 3 from Bishop Guertin, Cameron Holt. Out with the puck. Trying to make a nifty little move behind the net. McDonough couldn't find its way to the front for Griffin Gagne. Jay Roberto looking for a D partner there. Out to Valancourt. Oh, it just slips off his stick out to neutral ice. Matt Giroux off to Valancourt. Makes a nifty little move at the blue line and gets dumped down. And it's going to be a power play for the Bulldogs. So a more familiar line that we've seen much of the season is what we're going to see here with Jay Roberto centering Brett Veilleux and Jacob Rio. But as I said earlier, the lines have changed a little bit. So this is a power play line right now. Matt Giroux out on the ice on D with Alex Abad. Just battling 2-on-2 in the corner here at the half wall. Bishop Guertin settling just to chew some time off that clock. So on the power play, the Bulldogs looking to set up. Unable to really establish anything at the moment, just a little neutral zone play. They're going to regroup back to the D and send that puck in. Big collision right there by number 9, Nick Apostolakis, captain. Jay Roberto out to Alex Abad. Alex Abad off the half wall. Roberto down low to Rio. Roberto back up top. Alex bringing it to the center. Quick shot and a goal. That made it all the way through. Just a quick shot on net. A simple play. Traffic in front of the net. Unable to really see that play was the goaltender, and it just finds its way under his blocker. So the Bulldogs take an early lead on a power play goal with 11:27 remaining in the first period. A nice play out along the half wall, really controlling that puck, Rio and Roberto and Alex Abad, and then making a great decision to bring that to the center of the blue line and just firing that puck on net to make it 1-0. Alex Abad with the goal. So hammering that puck in deep, Cameron Holt from Bishop Guertin. On the puck, battling in the corner, Drew Conley, Asa Parker there as well. Parker out to Veilleux. Veilleux on a 2-on-1. Oh, back in the play as a defenseman. Jumping into the play was Brett Silva and Asa Parker. Back to the D. Conley firing a shot on net. Boy, I'll tell you what, that goaltender from Bishop Guertin looks a little shaky at the moment. He's had a couple of pucks play him, and one of the biggest things I see as a goalie, you know, I've watched my son Stevie play a net for a long time, and you know when they're on, and when they're a little bit sloppy, they're just not on, and it seems like the puck ends up playing them a little bit, and that's troubling for a goaltender. Out with the puck, 3-on-2. Unable to get a shot at the blue line right there was Bishop Guertin. Alec Lindbergh just off the blocker and out. Skating out with the puck. Big collision right there. Number 7 stepping into the play. Chase Blazik. And deflected up into the stands. A quick change by both squads. So far, so good. It's been really an even game outside of the power play goal by the Bulldogs. They lead 1-0. No one really establishing any type of consistent pressure at the moment. And out with Jay Roberto. Griffin Gagne, chopped down, no call. Big collision in the corner, big hit. Number 21, Jordan Cato. One of their top players, starting forward. Off to number 19. John Crapian. Oh. Oh, big collision, bodies to the net. Ends up underneath the goaltender, whistle blown. Just a stoppage in play, simple face-off to the left of Alec Lindbergh, to the right of our screen here. So Bulldogs trying to remain disciplined, looking to establish some easy out-of-the-zone plays. unable to do so right there. Asa Parker really challenging down low behind the goal line, and out with the puck he comes. Making a move, tripped, no call there. Again, just trying to get sticks in the passing lane. That's as simple as Bishop Guertin is trying to do here, and they've knocked over a couple guys. They took a penalty already, so I think they're going to let a few of these go for a little bit before they call another. Keeping that puck in, delayed offsides. I thought he kept it in. I couldn't see the referee's arm up. So at the red line, Cameron Holt just tosses it on net, keeping it into the blue line. Real close play right there, but he kept it in. Referee right there, number 10, Ryan Montbleu. Brett Silva controlling the play behind the net off to Drew Conley. Simple play by Jacob Rio, trying to just get it out of the zone. Establishing some offensive pressure here are certainly Bishop Guertin. Simple throw to the net here from the goal line, throws it on net. Alec Lindbergh had no idea where that puck was. Couldn't find it. It ended up falling between his legs. And as a pile-up, it looks like Asa Parker takes a penalty for a cross-check. So Bulldogs going to be shorthanded here. So Bulldogs go shorthanded. 8:32 remains in the first period, up 1-0. We'll see how the Bishop Guertin power play sets up. They set up Umbrella at the top, looking for number 8. Off the side, just losing it in his feet was Cameron Holt. Cameron Holt, I'd known his mom and dad for a long time. Cam's actually a tremendous, tremendous lacrosse player. Chipping it in, looking to get that puck deep and up over the glass. And brought back into play. Standing on the other side of the glass is former player Patrick Gagliardi, just taking in some action. Comes out for senior night, knows many of the players here, so thanks, Patrick, for being here tonight. Trying to chip it out, Alex Abad couldn't do so. Nifty pass right there. Shot on net, hits his teammate in front of the net, number 17, Ryan Flynn. Number 12, quick shot. Alex standing tall, making himself much bigger from his knees. Big save off the logo on the front of his jersey, so no harm there, off to the side of the net. Bishop Guertin establishing the play again, settling down, going back to the top of the umbrella. Into his feet, and Matt Musgrave takes that one off the skates, manages to control the play and sends it the length of the ice. So all 4 Bulldogs managed to get off the ice. 34 seconds remain. Nate John cycling the puck alone in the corner. Two boys from Bishop Guertin battling with him in the corner. In comes Jay Roberto to help. Valancourt bringing the puck all the way back, looking to ice that puck. Can't quite get it the length of the ice, but managed to get it through the neutral zone. Quick shot, big save. Valancourt come through, pick up that loose puck and sends it wide. So just some physical play there in the corner. No one really going after the puck. Still battling as Valancourt and a player from quick shot. Kind of a curve shot right there by Matt Drew. I haven't seen that in a while. Looks like the puck was on edge. Big hit right there by Matt Drew on Cameron Holt, number 3 from Bishop Guertin. Well, looks like Bishop Guertin is picking up the physical play here. Bedford's going to have to control themselves and stay disciplined. So all behind the net, Griffin Gagne. McDonough out to Roberto. Roberto can't control it. Griffin, Gagne, neutral zone. Trying to do it by himself. Really needs to just either dump that in or send it to another teammate. Can't carry that through the neutral zone too long. A real aggressive forecheck here by the Bulldogs as they just continue to send forward after forward towards the puck. Bishop Guertin sends the puck in down below the goal line. Behind the net of Lindbergh, and out with the puck comes Asa. Delayed offside, so all the Bishop Guertin players have managed to get out of the zone and regroup. Staying on sides, and nice little back pass. Asa Parker with the puck, can't find it in front of the net, neither could Brett Veyu, and then just sort of sending it in. Asa off the post, just wide. Wow, they're gonna have to really start calling stuff here. Jordan Cato, 21 from Bishop Guertin, sent another player to the ice on a little chip shot, chip off the side of the leg. And icing there by Bishop Guertin, sort of stalls play, lets Bishop Guertin regroup, changing lines by both teams. Face off to our left. Matt Musgrave just sending it in deep. And here comes number 12, Justin Pearson, top scorer from Bishop Guertin. Quick just tosses it to the front of the net. And here come the Bulldogs behind it, really controlling the play. Abad to Musgrave. Musgrave just sending it out high. Trying to establish some presence out here. The Bulldogs not having a lot of success at the moment. Not quite over the red line. Tempesta looking for his teammate. Just a misconnection there as it goes the length of the ice. We're going to have an icing call and a regroup here. So face off to our right, to the left of Alec Lindbergh as they settle down play again. Winning that face off back is Griffin Gagne. And again, Gagne back to Valancourt, off to Giroux, behind the net, back to Valancourt, back to Giroux, really just controlling the puck, firing it up high. And here comes McDonough, got a chance, looking for a teammate, opts to shoot. Real tough angle shot, but looking for anything at that point. Roberto, stick handling, controlling the play by himself. No one really to pass to there. Looking out front, but there's just too many people that were covered. Had nobody to pass to there. So a loose puck. First on it is Roberto. Taken out of the play nicely by the player from Bishop Guertin. Nice hit right there by Griffin Gagne just to take the body and separate the player from the puck. Simple play. That's how you do it, folks. If you're watching hockey here, that's just how you're supposed to play the game right there. Gagne out with the puck, taking a step and a big stride right there. Looks like we're going to get an offside. He zigged when he should have zagged and took that one extra step around the defender at the blue line and caused his teammate to go offsides. So 2:12 remains in the first period. Bulldogs still up 1-0 on a power play goal by Alec Abad. Bishop Guertin had their chances on a power play, wasn't able to really get a big shot on net. Playing that puck back to the D, Drew Conley. Brett Veyu just looking to send it a little bit deeper, couldn't do so. Jacob Rio. Quick shot through a crowd. Couldn't see it as the goalie was able to manage to just get a leg pad on that one. Sending that puck in. Brett Silva. Stepping in at the blue line. Drew Conley. Asa Parker off to Jacob Rio on a quick shot. Leg save. So out comes Bishop Guertin. Quick little dance step right there. Real nice move. Number 12, Justin Pearson, a real talented young player. Around the D, around the goalie, just couldn't extend his arm and just stuff that puck home. Big save right there by Alec Lindbergh. What a tremendous play. A little after the whistle here. A little after the whistle action. A real tremendous save. Beautiful pass out front. Pearson down low and out front to Cato. Wasn't able to find the back of the net. A real solid passing play. The Bulldogs got a little sloppy defensively in their zone. The forwards didn't get back in time. They weren't able to help out. 3-on-2. Lindbergh really stepped up there at the end of that shift. So a little pushing and shoving after the whistle. Cato and Parker go to the box for matching penalties. Roughing, I'm sure. So sending that puck back in. Bishop Guertin. Pinned up on the boards. Another hit by Tempesta. Looking to break that puck out. Stepping into the play right now. Abad looking for a teammate. Off to Nate John, sending that puck in deep. Trying to hurdle that player. That was not a penalty. Nate John just got a little too aggressive trying to get around him, and taking him down was the player from Bishop Guertin. I think he really managed to just do it to himself here. Less than 30 seconds remain in the period. Picking that puck up and just trying to get it out of the zone. Kept in at the blue line. Trying to make a pass out front. Number 17, real nice play, Ryan Flynn. So at the end of one, Bedford Bulldogs up 1-0. Both benches clear as they head back to their respective locker rooms to have a little chit-chat in between periods. So Bulldogs had a nice power play goal by Alex Abad. Really benefited from a simple tripping call and a nice little easy shot to the front of the net. Other than that, it was a real even play, back and forth. No one really establishing tempo or zone play. It really matters now. We're going to have to go back in between the periods. Both teams going to talk to each other. They're going to have long changes, so it's going to be a little bit more lengthy shifts, and it's going to see who's going to be able to really establish more zone play in this second period. We still have a few players in the penalty box, but they'll be out soon. That's really not going to impact the game. There's no power play here. But it really settle both teams down and get a little bit more discipline on both sides, and then we'll come back for second period action. So we'll see you in a few short minutes. In between these periods, I'll bring a guest in. We'll talk for a few moments, and we'll see you in a few moments. Thank you. I do. So we'll wave to everybody at home. So as you know, we're on live, so thanks to Castle Hill Sports and Mike Courier for bringing this game live on live stream. So I got an email from Mike. I was able to send this out to our parents from Bedford High. Apparently he sent it out to your athletic director at Bishop Guertin. Right. And it was sent out to those folks. So I don't know how many folks at our school are watching it, but I think there's some more at Bishop Guertin watching it. So wonderful. So that's great. So as you know, you've met me. My name's Steve Tempesta. I'm here with Angela Zychek. I said that right. You did. Okay, good. Nice job. So Angela's mom of number 4, Jared Zychek, one of the players from Bishop Guertin. So she was up here just taking some photos. Tell us a little bit about your son, Jared.
Jared's a freshman this year at Bishop Guertin. It's his first experience with high school hockey, obviously. He loves it. He's having a great time, loves his team, loves his coaches.
So we were chatting for a few minutes earlier, and I was asking you about some of the sort of comminglings between these two schools. Oh, so yeah. I know that my son, Donato, has played with Jordan Cato and Cam Halt and a few others from the school. Tell us, who does your boy play with?
Right, he has played with Griffin Gagne, Chase Valancourt, Jay Roberto, Jake Rio, Matty Giroux.
Yeah, there you go. They're all
half your team.
Yeah, there you go. They're all junior Monarchs, right? The Manchester Junior Monarchs players. So certainly when we play these Catholic schools like Trinity as well, you have a lot of students that have played youth hockey together for a while. So it's really fun to see them here in the high school level when you're representing your high school team and so on. So it's really fun. I myself, actually, I was telling Mike on the monitor earlier that I actually went to Bishop Guertin for 2 years.
Oh, you did?
I actually graduated from National High, but I only went there 2 years. My brother graduated, and Long story, I ended up at Nashua High, but love the school.
Yep.
So what do you like about Bishop Guertin? What do you like? What is your son like, I should say?
He likes the structure. He likes not having to worry about what he's wearing every day. He likes just getting up, getting his stuff together, his uniform together, and going to school.
Going to school. Now, this isn't a public service announcement for PG,
Nope,
but
not
just
at all.
more of a tell us about high school experience. So
Right.
So we're here at Bedford High. We have a booster club. We have a lot of things that going on tonight. We had senior night. I think some of you will have watched that earlier.
Very nice.
We had displays of all our seniors and photos, and we have a little snack going on with our parents. Tell us a little bit about Bishop Guertin, sort of some of the extracurricular stuff that you guys do with your students and your parents.
Right. Well, they do their past parties every Friday night.
Okay.
They have their practice at Skate 3, and all the boys carpool to one of the players' homes. They have their pasta parties, and they spend quite a few hours together.
Have you hosted a party yet?
I have not. No.
Freshman parents probably don't want to rush into that,
We're
right?
the lowest on the totem pole.
Well, we've hosted pasta parties at our house. My
Nice.
wife actually really enjoys it, so it's really fun to have the kids over.
Yeah.
I'm sure Jared's talked to you about it, right?
He
when
has,
he comes home.
absolutely.
So, fantastic. Tell us about the season. How is the season going for Bishop Guertin? We haven't seen much of them, haven't seen them live or even on video.
Right. They're doing pretty well. We have a few injuries. We're now down 2 defensemen.
Oh, gosh, okay.
Unfortunately, so we've taken a forward, put him back on defense, and he's doing a great job. So they've struggled a little bit defensively, but we have our senior goalie who's doing a great job. And
Very good,
yeah,
yes.
So they're doing pretty well.
Okay. They're in the playoff picture at this point.
Let's hope so, yeah.
Let's hope so, right? What's the hope? What do you hear from your son? The hope of, not just tonight's game, but from the remaining games and the rest of the season. They win a few games here and there. Where do they think they're going to fit in the playoff picture?
I think they're hoping, I think my son is hoping that they end up somewhere in the middle.
Sure.
And they finish strong. They have to work on their offensive game to get the puck in the net.
I think every parent wants more goals.
Absolutely.
That's for sure. That's for sure. I have a forward now, but I had a goalie before. I didn't want more goals. I wanted to prevent goals.
Absolutely.
That was my thing. We were fortunate last year. We had a good season, so he's off to college, but that's
nice.
okay.
Excellent.
Anything you want to hear about Bedford? Anything you want to know about our program?
Yeah, actually, I was curious how you share this arena with lots of schools. So the boys, what do they do with their equipment? They have to bring it home?
Yeah.
That's a big thing.
That's a big thing, right? Bishop Guertin has the pleasure of having they have their own locker room, right?
They
At
do.
Skate 3.
They do.
Unfortunately, the school here at St. Anselm's College, a great school, they have a men's team, they have a women's team, they have a men's club and women's club. So there are no extra locker rooms to be had. If I've had the fortunate experience underneath. There's huge locker rooms underneath for both the men's and the women's teams, and they're just gorgeous. But they're pretty much that's for them.
Right.
At the end of the arena, at both ends of this arena, there are smaller locker rooms that the players get to use.
Right.
So, unfortunately, our boys get to bring their stuff home and air it out 6 days a week. Right. It's a beautiful experience. And for one season, I had both. Well, for 2 seasons, I had both boys playing 5-6 nights a week. It was. My garage was not the most pleasant environment, that's for sure. I can tell you that. But in the depths of winter that we're in, everything stays in the garage too. It doesn't escape.
Right.
Because you try to keep the doors closed because it's so darn cold.
Absolutely.
But how have you been affected by the snow? How many games have you guys or practices?
We have canceled. The practices actually haven't been affected too greatly. I want to say we probably missed 1 or 2 practices, but we've had to reschedule several games, and because of that, we actually drove up to Hanover on Saturday in the snowstorm.
I saw
so
that
we
score.
could get the game in.
Well, if it means anything to you, we were in the same boat. We went up to Hanover earlier this year in a blizzard and came home on one of those Saturday night games. So
always
I think
a good time.
it's a more difficult experience to reschedule with them.
Absolutely.
Whereas we're only a couple 30 minutes apart.
Right.
It's a little bit easier to reschedule, but. So tonight's game is a rescheduled game, right? We had this game was canceled,
right.
So we had a game on Saturdays canceled, so we have a makeup there as well. So from a Bedford perspective, we have a number of games that are just going to pile up as the season progresses. If we have another snow game, we're going to be in that like the last game of the last day before you can finish up the game. So I think BG is probably in the same boat.
We are.
So looks like Bishop Guertin's going to finish in the playoffs. They have a very good team.
Thank you.
Very well coached.
Yes.
I know Bedford's hoping for the same, but it really, for both of these squads, I look at their standings and sort of where they fit. They're going to be sort of in that middle of the pack. Salem really looks like the elite team in this league.
Very strong.
We watched it. Mike and I were able to catch that game. We videoed it, and they're a very good team.
They're a good team.
And they play them over in Salem at the Olympic rink. They're an extremely good team.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll see how that works out, but we'll see. Well, thank you for joining me up here, Angela.
Thank you
It was
for
a pleasure
having me.
meeting you.
It was a pleasure
Again,
meeting you.
Castle Hill Sports, thanks for having us. Uh-oh, I lost my voice here. But so again, thanks for joining us. We'll be back in a few short minutes as Zamboni's done, just about finished up here. So we'll be back for second period action in a few minutes. Thanks for telling us a little bit about Bishop Guertin and how their season's going.
You're welcome.
Take care.
Thank you.
Maybe we can steal her in between the second and third period as well and get her take on the game. But, well, at the end of the first period, it's 1-0 Bulldogs. We enter the second period here. Again, looking for some disciplined play by Bishop Guertin, actually disciplined play by the Bedford Bulldogs. Both teams are trying to establish some offense and generate just a couple of shots on net. Real good chance at the end of the first period by Justin Pearson on a beautiful pass down low and a pass out front to Jordan Cato. Just wasn't able to get it past Alec Lindberg, who made a tremendous cross-ice save. Managed to slide from his right to left and just get a leg pad and get his body in front of that play. What a nifty little save by Alec Lindberg. So it really saved the game at this point to make it 1-0 and not 1-1. So, off the glass, not quite out. McDonough trying to chip it out as well and kept that in. Nick Apostolakis able to keep it in at the blue line, number 9, one of the captains. Opting to keep the puck in the zone. And losing sight of that puck was Lindberg. He was looking all over the place for that. Unable to find it. Oh, broken stick out there. Number 11, Jay Roberto, looking to get off the ice. And out on the ice comes Nate John. Sending that puck back in. Quick D, looking to change. A lot of guys over there in front of the bench. Just no call for too many men on the ice. So Drew Connolly sending that puck around. Nate John unable to control the play. Looking wide, just chipping it in deep. Nate John able to keep that puck in. Tempesta unable to just control it. And chipping that puck out. Bishop Guertin first on the puck. Tyler Gamble getting slashed for his troubles right there. Just tossing that puck to the net. Number 18, one of the assistant captains, shooting it wide. Again, around the perimeter. Tempesta with the puck, steals it, looks for a teammate. Tyler Gamble thought he made himself offsides, but he controlled the play. Taking out the hands right there. Tempesta on a nice play. Quick slash right there, no call. Losing his balance. Nice save right there by Lindberg. Trying to chip it out, can't do so. It's like some tired bodies here. Nate John just throwing that shot on net. Swallowed up by the goaltender from Bishop Guertin. So as we heard in between periods, Bishop Guertin down a couple players here, a couple injuries. Really affected this team defensively. They got a forward playing D. So it definitely hurts a team when you have injuries. Doesn't matter who it is, what player it is. An injury is an injury, and it definitely impacts a team. As we've seen throughout the course of this year, we've had players that have been injured as well. So sending that puck in down low. Valancourt trying to get behind the defenseman there, and here comes a chance. Cato with an unbelievable save right there by Alec Lindberg. If you had a chance for somebody to be here to watch a young man, today would be the day. Alec Lindberg with 2 unbelievable saves. The second one much better than the first one, but they both were unreal. Just a nifty little sprawled out off the toe save. This is the line by the Bishop Guertin that you really have to pay attention to. Pearson, Cato, and John Crapian they are the scorers here by Bishop Guertin. Asa Parker behind the net, just loses the puck and can't control his balance right there. Rio looking. Oh, nice pass out front. Both teams really seeing the ice at this point and making great decisions with the puck, making great passes. Brett Silva unable to connect on that and get the puck in. So sloppy play in front of the bench. Players coming on the ice. Players coming off the ice. Too many people. Just fortunately no call. Both benches having the same struggle. So 10:49 remains in the second period. Bulldogs up 1-0 on an unbelievable toe save by Alec Lindbergh to keep the score at 1-0. Face off in front of the bench of Bishop Guertin. Silva makes a play out to Cam Blaisdell, looking for someone else now. Jay Roberto unable to really just control the puck. Cam Blaisdell sends it in deep. Big hook and a grab right there. But that's one of the older players from Bishop Guertin. They just have a little bit more of a sense on how to manage that position, how to manage that play and not get a penalty. Off a leg by Cam Blaisdell. Shot just wide. Number 18, Tim Trudell. Stepping into the play right there to make a save. Drew Connolly. And a goal! Jay Roberto, really an unexpected shot on net that manages to find the back of the net. I think that managed to go off the stick of the defender and change directions. That goalie had it the whole way. It just changed directions and it went under his glove where he had it set up to go into his glove. What we saw was down in front of the goalie, the Alec Lindbergh, a little bit of confusion, a little bit of choppy play. Jay Roberto coming into the zone and really just taking a simple shot on net. Now is the time, might as well take a shot, and he does. And he managed to simply just get it by the goaltender. Off, as I said, it looked like it went off the stick of a defender. So Bulldogs go up 2-0. Really changes a little bit of this game. So no icing as it goes off a player from Bishop Guertin. Stepping into the play, Matt Musgrave. Really aggressive forecheck right there. Covered up nicely by both Gamble and Tempesta. Trying to keep that puck in at the blue line. Tempesta not able to do so. So Hult coming out with the puck. Challenging the play now. Matt Musgrave doesn't want any part of that, just chips it wide. Losing the puck on Pearson, number 12. Tempesta unable to control it. Off the Gamble, up the boards. Nate John getting to the red line. Gamble just loses the puck. Made one too many moves right there. Off the post. Managed to find his way past the goaltender. Off the post. Fortunate bounce right there by the Bulldogs. No shot on net. Oh, delayed offsides. Unable to keep that puck in at the blue line. Saw a real faint whistle. Have to check the whistle. Might be too cold. The little ball inside that whistle might be frozen. Seen that happen. It's just a matter of being too cold here at the arena as well as outside. Drew with a nice steal, looking for a pass to Veyu, couldn't connect. We're going to get an icing call, so another face-off here in front of the Bulldog goalie, Alec Lindbergh. To his right, our left. So again, thanks for joining us here. Brought to you by Livestream and Castle Hill Sports here at Sullivan Arena on the campus of St. Anselm's College. A big matchup between Bishop Guertin and Bedford High School. Bishop Guertin in green, Bedford High School in white. So a simple just play there and get it to the neutral zone and fire it back in and go after the puck hard is the discipline that the Bulldogs are looking for, and then just take some shots on net. It's really defined as a simple game, and that's about as simple as it can be. Quick shot right there again by Pearson. Vayu. Back pass off to Parker. Parker. Nice play in front of the net by the defender. Able to just glove that puck wide. Vayu going to the corner. Challenged by two players from BG, and out comes Pearson with the puck. Opting just to toss it in. Change lines. First on the puck. Bulldogs. Two number 22s in the corner going after the puck hard. On the ice now comes Voloshin. Voloshin. Asa Parker off to Voloshin. Quick shot on net. You know, you don't get too many chances. You might as well take one. Voloshin looking for a pass out front. Tried to find Brett Silva, just couldn't make the connection. Just was able to get blocked by a couple of Bishop Guertin defenders. So we're going to get delayed offsides by BG. And they regroup. Silva looking for a long pass. Voloshin chips it, and there goes a race. There goes Jay Roberto into the corner, trying to send it out front. Jay Roberto against Jared Zychek, teammates from what we were told in between periods. Roberto with the puck, just tossing it to the net. Unfortunately, just wide. Tripped up by the goaltender was Griffin Gagne. No one saw that, but that was definitely just a stick on the ankle, an unfortunate play by the goalie. Sending it in deep. Number 3, Cam Holt, changing the forwards. While the Bulldogs really have their positionally, they're figuring out what they're trying to do, but they've sent a lot of errant passes into opposing players as opposed to going up the boards. They're sending the cross-ice passes, and they're finding their way towards legs and sticks and opponents, and it's really just a matter of taking better decisions and not sending those pucks through passing lanes. So waved off the icing. Asa Parker down deep, trying to make a play behind the net, and he does. Jacob Rio back to Parker. Parker just trying to bring it out front and stuff it in, and losing sight of the puck as the referee. It was loose, but the goalie managed to get his glove on it. Real nice play by Parker to bring that puck out front, and it just caused a little bit of havoc for the players in front of the goaltender. Puck remained loose for a moment. Goalie was able to just outstretch that long glove and managed to make the save. So face off here to the right to our right, to the left of the goaltender. Keeping that puck in. Gonna get a hand pass at a blue line. Able to keep that puck in with his gloves, unfortunately, was Alex Abad. Knocks it to his teammate, and he picks it up. So that ruling here is a hand pass. It's brought all the way back down the length of the ice in front of your goalie. So that's just a hockey rule, simple play. You can't make a pass with your hands. So Asa Parker winning and just tying up the forward from Bishop Guertin. A real nice play there. Brett Vayu just slides right in and picks up that loose puck and tries to go down the ice there. Unable to do so as they were offsides. And here comes Pearson. Pearson just trying to chip that puck back to his D. Quick shot on net, redirected in front of the net. Nice play again by Alec Lindberg, able to just slide over, get himself positionally solid, square to the puck, and no rebounds. That's really the important part right there, is no rebounds. So 4:48 remains in the second period. The long change is a good opportunity to change D here. So a lot of questions here. What does that mean? What does it mean, long change, Steve? What does that mean? I'm sure Mike was thinking it. So what that means is they change zones, and when they're on the offense in the first and third period, you can change as you're crossing by your bench, essentially. But in the second period, because the bench is a little bit offset here at St. Anselm College, and they're more favored towards the offensive zone, in the second period, where you have a longer change, your players have a longer portion, and when they're in the defensive zone, it makes it very difficult to change. You can't do it in front of your bench, where in the first and the third you can. As you're skating by, getting over that red line, you can change. Now you can see where the bench is here in front of our screen, in front of our play here, so it's a longer change. It just makes it very difficult in the defensive zone to make those changes, and sometimes teams get pinned in. When we saw that against Concord the other day, where defense was pinned in on a long change and on a 5-on-4 for the 5-minute power play, and at the end of 2 shifts, both goals were scored by Concord. Oh, we're going to see a charging penalty here in the corner. So a power play by the Bulldogs. Heading to the box, number 18, Tim Trudell, senior, one of the assistant captains. Went into the boards hard. Both teams met there. Both players, Brett Silva and he, met there pretty quick, but he just caught the back of his jersey, which is a boarding penalty. So power play with 3:34 remaining. Valancourt looking Asa Parker at the top of the umbrella. Nate John just getting knocked down for his trouble. Cross-checked in front of the net. Again, a shot on net. Nate John trying to stuff it in. Can't do so. In front of that goalie. Just gets pounded down in front of the goalie is Nate John. One of the defenders from Bishop Guertin just sends Nate John down on top of his teammate there, the goaltender. Not a penalty on Nate John. He's just basically getting assaulted in front of the net. He's got to be careful. A couple more cross-checks. He might earn himself a penalty himself. The player from Bishop Guertin. So behind the net, Gagne looking for Parker, couldn't quite connect. So Brett Silva hustling back, taking control of the play, settling the play down, stopping behind the net. Power play breakout, looking for Parker, long pass. Parker bringing it over the blue line, trying to establish some offensive zone. Nate John behind the net. Off to the D, Silva. Quick shot by Silva, shot on net. Tell you what, if you're going to take a shot on this goaltender, it might be against the blocker. He has a very difficult time making a save with his blocker. Had 1 goal go by him already. So a little lazy play behind the net, not what they're looking for. Oh, we're going to get a penalty here. Silva is going to head to the box for chopping down number 12. A little big slash on his ankle. That was a pretty significant slash. So Silva heading to the box. I think he's a little bit upset because he's getting challenged so aggressively behind the net. Probably a little frustrated right now. So that evens up both teams 4-on-4 here for 39 seconds. And following the 39 seconds, Bishop Guertin will go on a power play for 1:21. Cato with the puck. Nice play right there by Matt Musgrave, one of the seniors here from the Bulldogs. Lays out, steals a puck, then makes a nice breakout pass. Jay Roberto off to Jacob Rio. Rio looking for someone in front of the net. Quick shot, little traffic. Nice little stand-up check right there by Alex Abad. So heading through the zone right there. Matt Musgrave, a little chop on the glove. Here, groan from the crowd. No call. Referee's actually letting a lot, just the players play the game at this point. 10 seconds remain on the 4-on-4, then Bishop Guertin goes on the power play. So behind the net, trying to establish a little control here, Bishop Guertin, as they get their 5th player back. So now we're on a power play here. BG can't quite get it out of the zone. Jacob Rio, nice play at the blue line. Musgrave sending it behind the net. Bishop Guertin establishing a little offensive zone here. Great shot right there by Pearson, and a nice glove save by Alec Lindberg, standing tall to the task. Boy, Alec Lindberg in the second period has really stepped up and let his teammates know that you can rely on him in net. I've always said this to my son as a goalie is, you know, when you're facing a power play, potent power plays, that as a goalie you need to be the best penalty killer on the ice. And that's really, he's doing it right now. He did it in the first period, and he's doing it again now. Again with a shot, Pearson off to the half wall, trying to just chip that out. Unable to get it out. Asa Parker tried to get it with his skates, and he couldn't do so. Behind the net, Bishop Guertin really all over him here. Cannot get the puck out of the zone. Again with a shot. Another chance by Bishop Guertin, shot after shot, and again, Alec Lindberg making save after save on the half wall. Across the ice, into the back of the net. Cam Holt. It's just a matter of time right there. Bishop Guertin all over Bedford. They just couldn't get the puck out of the zone. 2 or 3 times they had chances at the blue line, and great plays by the defenseman to keep it in. So that power play goal hurts the Bulldogs. So Bulldogs still lead 2-1. 25.6 seconds remain. Tough goals at the end of a period really, really hurt teams. We'll see if that's a momentum shift on the third period. .20 seconds remain. Into the corner hard go the 2 players. Shoving him down. Not Pearson, sorry. We're going to get a whistle eventually. So we're going to see a late penalty here. I think we're going to have matching penalties. Number 8 for probably for a hold, and 37. So we're going to get a number 8 penalty from Bishop Guertin for delay a game. Essentially, he was laying on top of the puck, not allowing it to be played. If there are 2 players sort of tying it up with their skates, that's one thing, but if you lay down on the puck, that's another. Asa Parker really trying to dig it out unsuccessfully. Took a few liberties there and gave him a little shove, and paid the price, headed to the box for roughing. So 8.9 seconds, going to look for an offensive zone face-off here, maybe a win and a quick shot by the Bulldogs, see if they can get a shot here. Just really settling to just run out the clock are Bishop Guertin. So again, opting to just really bring that puck to the corner and control that puck in the corner, and they're really, you know, coming out of the corner now, fists up, and everybody pushing back and forth. A little bit of typical hockey play at the end of the second period there. So what we saw, Bulldogs really established some presence in the second period, controlled the play, managed to get a sneaky little goal there by Jay Roberto off a stick, and takes the lead 2-0, only to be wiped away on a power play goal where twice they had chances to get it out of the zone and just couldn't manage to do so. So here we are at the end of the second period, 2-1 Bulldogs. We have Zamboni entering the ice here. We got a little bit of time to settle down. Both teams are going to head back to their respective locker rooms and have a little chat. I have a feeling that Marty's probably going to talk about staying out of the penalty box and controlling the play and really shots on net. I think the chances here are in favor of the Bulldogs. The goaltender just doesn't look as solid as he could be. I think maybe he's just having an off game. I hear he's a very, very talented young man. But they really just got to get shots on net and just shot after shot and get chances after chances and see what they can do. But so we'll be back in a few short minutes. Say hello to my mom and dad who are here. So I got to go down there and say hi to them. And we'll be back for third period action in a few moments. Bulldogs in white, Bishop Guertin in green and gold. 2-1 Bulldogs at the end of 2. A real late goal by Bishop Guertin, really changing the outcome here so far in this game, making it 2-1. Just got down there in between periods, got to chat with a few of the folks. A few of the senior folks from the Bulldogs are having a little reception in between both periods here at Sullivan Arena at the boardroom, and really just celebrating their careers as Bedford High athletes, as well as their putting a cap on their careers as youth hockey players. It's been a long time for a lot of these players. They've been playing an awful long time. Well, that was probably just a real strange angle shot there by Justin Pearson up over the left shoulder of Alec Lindbergh. Just a odd shot. You know what? Just take shots at net, at good angle, bad angle. Justin Pearson up over the shoulder of Alec Lindbergh and finds its way to the back of the net. 2-2 on a, again, just a tough shot. But Pearson, one of their top scorers, that's how that works. Sometimes the scorers just find its way to the net here. So we're looking for the same here by the Bulldogs. Just somebody's going to have to be a hero. Just take a shot and find its way to the back of the net. So as I was saying, in between the two periods, I had a chance just to get down there and socialize with a couple of moms and dads of seniors, and just doing a little remembering of what it was like. I went through it last year with my son, who graduated the year before. And senior night's a real special evening. Breaking out, here comes Griffin Gagne, just swept away by the defense by Bishop Guertin. So I got a couple of, hey, can you make a shout outs to some folks? So the first shout out I heard was from Mrs. Voloshin. She wanted me to say hi to Harrison Voloshin and Neil Susi watching this game at UNH Christensen Hall, former stomping grounds of my own. I lived there for a couple of years, so UNH is a great school, fun school, great campus. Happy to hear that they're there, happy that they're doing well. Having a little struggle right there is McDonough, who just got cross-checked 3 or 4 times to the bench, and in his head, struggling to get his way back to the bench. So a little icing call as players regroup. Both players that were in the penalty box, Asa Parker and number 8 from Bishop Guertin, both able to leave the box after they wait for a whistle. So again, the last shout out to Harry and Neil. Hope you boys are doing well, enjoying the game. Also wanted to shout out to Carol at home. Here she's recovering from a little bit of trouble there, so she's doing well, just having a little bit of a long recovery. So we're missing you tonight at the game. I really enjoy your presence. Just really nice camera work down low on the glass. So we need you back, Carol, that's for sure. Mike can't do this alone. Behind the net, Alex Abad. Quick toss to the front of the net, stolen off a Abad's stick. So a little sloppy play here by the Bulldogs, really allowing Bishop Guertin to just take it to him. I think that last goal really invigorated this Bishop Guertin team. And out of play. Seems that, the quick play by Bishop Guertin, quick goal on just an off-angle shot, scores the tying goal right now, 2-2 by Pearson, and it has really put a giddy up in the step of Bishop Guertin. What's Bedford how are they gonna react? How are they gonna manage after going down 3 games in a row? They really had this game in control. How are they gonna react from this, and can they come back? This is really the check-in. This is a check-in time for the Bedford Bulldogs team, and can they do it? I know they're a young team, but this is where the competition really comes into play. And can they compete to win games? This is really a big test for the Bulldogs. Gagne trying to come out of the mess of players, stepping in on this play. Valancourt battling. Gamble battling. On the boards in front of the net, in front of the bench, and around the rim. Perimeter here by the Bulldogs. Gagne with the puck up off the glass and the boards. Racing now. Here comes Gamble looking like they're trying to draw an interference call. Not able to do so. Just manhandled by a player from Bishop Guertin. Bringing that puck into traffic. Nate John, and stolen right off his stick. Quick shot in front of the net. Tempesta with it. Now Tempesta coming out. One-on-one battle. Controlling the play. Looking for his teammate out front. What a play out front by Tempesta. Stolen again. Nate John with it. Tempesta just buried for his troubles right there. And swept away by Brett Silva. Drew Connolly chipping it out. Losing control. Nate John. Caved in the corner. Drew Connolly with a big hit right there. Hooked. No call. Man, we got to have a call at some point. So many hooks, so many things by Bishop Guertin just being let go right now. And I know, no angels out there by Bishop, by the Bedford Bulldogs, but boy, they're getting a lot of liberties out here. And a quick goal. So really can take control of that play physically down below the goal line, and the Bulldogs unable to really gain control. They allowed the Bishop Guertin to take over that play, and as a sequence and as a result, Bulldogs are down, trailing now 3-2. After having the lead most of the game, up 2-0, 3 unanswered goals, and Bishop Guertin taking the lead. Almost sending that puck to the net was Matt Musgrave, and able to just kick it wide instead of into the net. That was a interesting play. Could have been a hooking call right there by the Bulldogs. We're going to get a power play now. Finally a call after, Jordan Cato, good young man. I know him well, but a number of times, a number of opportunities here to call penalties on him. So on the power play go Bedford Bulldogs, 9:03. Here's their chance to really tie this game up, change their momentum, have a swing in this game. Since the point of when they took that penalty and they scored late in that second period, it's been all Bishop Guertin. Jay Roberto, just a simple shot on net, swallowed up by number 30, Thomas Norton, young sophomore goaltender. Back to Abad on the half wall. Roberto, quick shot. Blocker, blocked out. Off the leg. Matt Giroux just throwing it to the net, unable to find the net. Jay Roberto back to his teammate, swapping positions. Nice little cycle. Jacob Rio handing it back to Roberto on the half wall. Roberto coming out, quick shot, blocker save again, just wide. Matt Giroux tossing it deep. Jacob Rio behind the net. Keeping it in. Matt Giroux, nice play there at the blue line. Here comes, and he can't quite get the handle on it. And it's a pile up in front of the net. Not sure we're going to get any calls here. It just was just a pile up. A lot of guys just battling for position, going after the puck. I'm sure the puck crossed the line, but I don't think it means anything. It's simply the whistle blew. Everyone's going back to their respective positions. No penalty is going to be assessed on either team. If you're going to call one, you're probably going to call 6. So they're not going to call anything. Let both teams regroup. The whistle settles everything down. So 1:05 remains on the power play. You're going to get that call where it's going to be outside of the zone simply because the net was knocked off by someone, probably a Bulldog player. And sending the puck the length of the ice on Lindbergh, who's really had a tremendous game. It's an unfortunate couple of bounces here. Sending the puck in is Jacob Rio. Veyu behind the net, controlling it to Roberto. Roberto up top. Unable to really handle that puck at the blue line, Alex Abad. Trying to send that puck around, Lindbergh. A real aggressive forecheck there by 22, Joseph LaValle. Shot wide of the net, Valancourt hits a player out front. Regrouping, Brett Silva. Chipping it out, Valancourt able to control the play. Shot on net, able to control that rebound after sort of bounced away from his pads. Again, shifting the lines, trying to find anything that works here. Taking the face-off, Griffin Gagne to his left. Tyler Gamble to his right, Cam Blaisdell. Shot on net, just from his knees, Griffin Gagne. Bringing that puck out is Pearson, just tossing that on net. Looking for a forechecker. Tackle to the corner, Brett Silva. A nice little maneuver right there by the defensive number 8. Stepping in on that play, hooked, no call. We're going to get a power play for Bishop Guertin. Boy, at this point, I'm losing all kinds of respect for these two referees. There's two referees out here. The same referees called all the penalties. There's a young lady out here who I'm very happy she's out here. She had qualified and can certainly referee a high school game, but she hasn't blown her whistle to call one penalty. So shorthanded, go the Bulldogs in the corner. Trying to swing it across, D to D, shot on net, redirected, Alec Lindbergh. Not seeing a lot of it. Nate John off of Tempesta, out to the D. Shot over his shoulder again. Not able to get to that puck in time. Tempesta's Nate John came over to help him out and left his post. And a quick slap shot from the point. Bishop Guertin with 4 unanswered goals. They go up 4-2. What once was a tremendous game here for Alec Lindbergh has evaporated into a 4-2 game at this point. So who's going to step up here for the Bulldogs? They got 5:54 remaining in the third period, pardon me. Chipping it in deep. And out with the puck, and it's a race, 2-on-1 here. Drew Conley first to the puck. And, you know, I think this Bishop Guertin team is just very well coached. The ability for them to really just put the stick on puck effectively and to play a real physical game. I don't think it's just something that the Bulldogs just haven't been able to handle at this point in time in the season. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure what's going on here, but they need to figure it out. I know they're a young team, but that shouldn't be, that's not an excuse. It's just a matter of fact. Griffin Gagne through the neutral zone. Shot off a stick, wide of the net. Chipping it down deep. Nice little off the wall indirect pass right there. Puck manages to find its way down below the goal line. Abad to Matt Musgrave. Musgrave looking for Gamble. Gamble standing his ground, takes the hit, sends a player on the ice. Gamble with the puck, making his way through the neutral zone, finds his way over the blue line, takes a big hit right there by Cam Holt. Every opportunity here that Bishop Guertin has, they're going to take the body here, up 2 goals. Valancourt rubbed out on the boards right there. Here comes Voloshin over the blue line. Shot. Oh, redirected off the defender. Almost got a lucky bounce right there. Voloshin with just a quick shot on net. Managed to go off a leg pad off the defender and took an awful weird bounce and almost found its way between the goaltender's legs. So 3:30 remains. Bulldogs down 4-2 after taking an early 2-0 lead. Across the goal mouth, Nate John taking that off his pads. Tempesta, Nate John first to the puck. Up and out of the zone, over the glass. So 3:13 remains. Face off to the left of the Bishop Guertin goalie. Jay Roberto on the face-off draw. Here comes Veyu on the ice, defender. Shot, big blocker save right there. And high off the glass, keeping it in right now, Brett Silva. Keeping it in at the blue line, on sides just a bit off the post on the outside, so no chance of that puck going in. Jay Roberto trying to bring it out front, managed to just get taken out on the hands. So dumping that puck in to the right of the goalie. Trying to spread out the offense now. Spread out the defense here by the Bishop Guertin and keeping it in. Brett Silva. Gagne trying to find Rio. Empty net. Out goes Cam Blaisdell. Trying to throw it to the front of the net. Five bodies from the Bulldogs. Trying to get there. Nice play right there by Abad, able to save that opportunity and around the net. Here he comes with a full head of steam over the red line. Shot, big bomb right there by Abad, just wide. A little bit closer, that might have had a chance. The long arms, long reach right there. Back to the D, Rio, shot, blocked out front. And it's going to be redirected, waving off the icing. Here's a chance by Bishop Guertin, bring that puck to the front of the net, gets punished. We're going to get an elbowing call here on Rio. Hit to the head. Unfortunately, that's the right call. First right call this gentleman's made all game. So with 1:16 remains, essentially that wipes out any chance the Bulldogs have had. 4-2. Late in the third period, Bulldogs go shorthanded. They're going to put the goaltender back in. So back to the drawing board goes the Bedford Bulldogs. Marty Meyer's going to have to figure out this team and figure out the buttons to push and basically how to make this team go a little bit. They've had a nice early run and a lot of wins early, and then just basically lost. This is now being the fourth game in a row. So pull the goalie again, 5-on-5. Bulldogs still have the ability to ice the puck, so that's not going to be a problem here. But 45 seconds, they're going to need 2 quick goals. Out. Unable to really control it. Bulldogs trying to get it down deep, and here it comes. Out of the outstretched arms of unable to get to that puck is Matt Musgrave. So a goal scored by number 19, John Crapian, one of their starters. So a real solid effort here, finishing up the game. Bishop Guertin really taking it to the Bulldogs, scoring 5 unanswered goals after giving up a 2-0 lead. So 27 seconds remain as the game's about to come to an end. And really just controlled completely in this end of the second period and the third period by Bishop Guertin. Well, we're going to have a penalty here. Number 5, Joseph Lee, headed to the box for holding. 8.7 seconds remains. Frustrated Bulldogs taking a couple shots, receiving a couple shots as Bishop Guertin opts to just make a payback here with a few seconds remain. And we see a couple of fisticuffs and pushing and shoving. This is what this game has turned into, unfortunately. Too many allowances allowed by the referees for much of this game, that this is what it's come to by both squads. So a couple matching penalties to finish off this game here. It's unfortunate that this is what it's come to. Both teams really just frustrated. Not really both teams, really just the Bulldogs at this point. We'll see if a couple more players come. Make sure it's 5-on-4. Those were matching penalties. So Bulldogs fall 5-2, 4 losses in a row, first 4 losses in a row I've seen in quite some time. A real frustrating game as Alec Lindbergh really stepped up in the first 2 periods, made 2 just unbelievable saves. And what that tells me is that the Bulldogs were outplayed for much of this game. If Bishop Guertin has to, leave those 2 big saves out there, it could have been easily 7-2 at this point. So both teams going to shake hands and leave this game. So on senior night, unfortunately, a loss for the Bulldogs, losing 5-2. We'll see them regroup on Wednesday. Not really sure what to say here at the end of this game other than, wow, the Bulldogs really had it taken to them at this point. Big win for Bishop Guertin. Really sets them in a good position as they going to head towards the finalization of their season. Bulldogs just in a complete free fall at this point, losing 4 games in a row. They need to regroup. They have a game Wednesday and a number of games over the next couple weeks just to recover from some of those snow dates. So they're going to just have to figure out what's going on here. There's some players that are playing well, some players that just aren't playing well. They just need to figure it out. So here at Sullivan Arena, on behalf of Castle Hill Sports, I appreciate you guys joining me tonight. Shout out again to Carol. Heal up. We need you back here. We'll see you on Wednesday night. We'll figure out if it's going to be live or not. We'll send out emails and so on. But thanks for joining us. We appreciate it. We'll see you next time.